It's Go Coach, Coach T Flow.
And it's your boy, Shaun the Pod, Don.
And welcome to the Bro versus Bro Podcast. What's up, bro?
What's going on, big bro?
Man, I can't call it, man. Just relishing off this win by my Alabama Crimson Tide.
Yeah, man. It's a big win for you guys, man. 2 weeks in a row, man. Top
Yeah,
ranked
man.
opponents, man. Top 10.
We took Big Bad Georgia down, your boys, and then we came back and what's his name? Diego Pavia was talking
Yeah,
all that junk, talking all that smack. You know,
yeah.
put it out there like if they do they need to do this shit be some easy work. But right now, if I know me, I'm not gonna say I've been clean 2 years, like I've been smoking crack or doing heroin or something like that. But if I was if I was still bunning, guess what I would be doing right now?
What you be doing right now?
Smoking on that Diego.
Ah!
Smoking on that Diego. Man, we are going to get into it about Bama,
hey,
man.
bro. Hey, we
What
paused
that?
up again on my end.
Man, you kidding me?
I'm not, I'm not kidding you. It's
That
stuck at
is crazy.
110.
But we're gonna keep on rolling, man. Because you know what? At the end
Okay.
of the day, I see us on our end. I think we still rolling. We can always get the files and just do it
Okay.
like that. You know what I'm saying? It might just be, I
Like
don't know
that.
what it is at the end of the day. We're gonna keep
We
on
rolling.
rolling. That train
Like
gonna
that.
keep on rolling. Like I said, man,
Right.
like I said, we spoke on that Diego pack over here, man. We burning good over it. If we involved in that type of activity, we don't do that. But if we did, Diego's smoking good. Hey man, so we'll be talking about Bama, man. We're gonna be talking about your guys, the Bulldogs, and their bounce back
Right.
game. Talk about the Sanders. I call it the Sanders show. It's always something going on between Deion and his son, Shadur. Uh, but first, I want to get into it about something I think that needs some attention. Uh, Kyron Lacy. A lot of people don't know, but for those who do know in the sports world, he unalived himself back in April. And think about it, man. I thought about it. It happened in December. It happened in December. He got out in January. He unalived himself in April. So man, he definitely was. Remember, I didn't know the time length, but all
Yeah.
all that's right behind each other, man. All that's
Right.
right
Yeah. Back to
behind
back.
each other, man. Before we get started, I want to go into this clip, man. One of the clips that I want to go into is going to go talk about how an officer basically tried to tell the witness what to put out there, even when the witness was like, "Nah, a lady caused it," and I ain't had to break that hard because I wasn't going that fast. He just tried to manipulate the whole witness's testimony, and the witness didn't even know he even go for it. And then we're gonna run a clip from the lawyer's point of view. So here we go.
Don't worry about filling any of this top information, like your name, your address. Don't worry about any of that. Just right here, if you could, I'll just have you write exactly what you saw. Just make sure to include, where you were.
I don't even know what the name of that highway.
It's Highway 20. Highway 20. That you just.
All right, me and my wife gonna figure out right quick.
Okay, just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes and the brakes you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that charger and the brakes locked up to avoid that charger. That's.
I ain't skid mark or nothing, but I wasn't even going for it. That lady in the back of me, she didn't saw what happened. That's how she called that record. She was running in the back of me. She pulled on the other side, and that's not in it.
So, but the charger was coming right at you,
Right,
correct? And that's why you had to slam on your brake, head on with you. So yeah, just make sure you include that, and that's very important because we're trying to locate this charger right now. So just include that in the statement, and I'll read it over, and then I'll be out of here.
In that video, you can clearly hear the suggestive nature indicating that I need you to say that you had to slam on your brakes and you had to avoid a charger.
Okay, just make sure you add in there that you had to slam on your brakes and the brakes you had to slam on the brakes to avoid that charger and the brakes locked up to avoid that charger. That's.
But then you hear Gold Truck, the witness who's the Gold Truck, what he says. And he says verbatim.
I ain't skid mark or nothing, but I wasn't even going for it. That lady in the back of me, she didn't saw what happened. That's how she called that record. She was running in the back of me. She pulled on the other side, and that's not in it.
I didn't skid marked or nothing because I wasn't even going that fast. That lady in the back of me, she didn't see what's happening. That's how she caused that wreck. She was going to run into the back of me, and she pulled into the other side. But there's a bigger problem. I then obtained the actual written statement.
And they're talking about the written statement with the witness now.
Okay.
And this is from the gold truck.
This is the gold truck. Now, after the statement we just went through, notice I've obviously redacted names, addresses, and the cell phone number in fairness to the individual who is gold truck number one.
And this is Kyron Lacy's attorney,
See,
for those who didn't know, the guy in the blue
is,
jacket.
It is in direct contravention to what was said minutes earlier. It's not written by him. And where it says signed, it's not signed. It's refused.
Wow.
But you see, when I have a witness who is the most critical, and he's telling you, I wasn't traveling fast. We know now that he wasn't. The data shows 2.99 seconds before that he was traveling 28 miles an hour. The data shows that. Now he corroborates that. And he goes on to say, I didn't even make a skid mark. That woman behind me, she caused that accident. And you give me this statement that is refused? I got a problem. I got a problem with that. A big one. What he's saying is she had to avoid hitting him. Mm-hmm. He specifically stated she caused that accident.
So it's some mystery lady who hasn't been identified yet, who the eyewitness who is literally in the convoy of cars when this accident happened said somebody else created it, not Lacy. So my question to you is the state of Louisiana negligent for the death of LSU wide receiver Kyron Lacy?
Oh man, you damn right. You damn right they are negligent. Man. They are negligent, and they should be held accountable to the full extent of law. Full extent of law. And it can't be by Louisiana law because we know how they do in Louisiana already. Somebody else is going to have to come in on this, man, because clearly, the police officer in this case, he made up, fabricated, led the witness. He, man, anything unlawfully and unmoral and that goes against the badge that you can think of, that's what he did, man. He intentionally lied, man. Lied. So definitely, because he killed himself a day to the grand jury here in this case. So yeah, man, without this, he's alive today. Without this, and man, it's just it hits me personal, man, because I, as well as you, because we have been lied on before. These officers, man, something has to change, man. They got to. It has to be a higher standard, and it has to be more. It has to be more stiff penalties online on these police.
They got to get rid of qualified immunity.
They have to get rid of that, man. They have to get rid of that. And these officers, if y'all lie on these police reports, man, and you get caught red-handed, something needs to be happening instead of just a slap on the wrist.
5 years in prison.
Exactly.
No parole, no probation.
Exactly.
No parole. If you're caught lying on a report, no parole, no probation, 60 months to the damn door. That'll cut 99.9% of that shit out.
Exactly. That's what needs to be done, man. But to answer the question, are they negligent? They are very much negligent. And thanks to this police officer who just flat out lied, man. And thing to me is, what about all the others he has lied about? Because clearly the evidence showed it didn't take a no-brainer. Like, why would he even lie like this when it was, I guess he didn't know that there was another cameras around. He has done it so many times that, they're going to take my word for it. So, man, I just feel for the other people that has been lied to about this gentleman, this officer. We need to say his name, man. We should have had his name and had his.
Oh man, this the internet.
Yeah,
We can't
We need to get
we
his
can't
name
find it.
and get his picture, and the state of Louisiana.
Well, yeah, we got it
because of that guy.
Yeah, we got his picture.
Okay, yeah, you
I don't
just
know
have
quite.
his picture.
Yeah, we did have his picture up there.
Man.
Oh, I can bring it back.
Arrest warrant right here.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Yeah, that's him in the bottom left corner. And kind of find out he was a Louisiana State Trooper. So you would think that they would be held to a higher standard than just a regular cop.
Yeah.
Even though all of them should be the same for all of them.
Right.
But for a cop of his statue, it should be held
now it's like why aren't you a state trooper no more? Did something happen where they got rid of you and now you just jumped to this job?
As far as I know, he still is a state trooper.
Oh, okay. So
yes, I'm saying when you're a state trooper, you're a state police. So you're the upper echelon. Some folks who city cops, they don't go through the criteria to be a state cop. So like it's kind of like
I just have so many questions, bro. Why would this man intentionally lie on this kid? Like I said before, out of all these cars that are around,
but
why did you
I can say this. This is what I'm thinking. Because in the Lord, hold on, let's run this clip right here and see if it can shed a little bit of light of what might happen. Let's run this clip right here.
State Highway 20 in Lafourche Parish that killed 78-year-old Herman Hall in December of 2024.
At the time of impact, he's 72.6 yards behind the vehicles at the time of impact.
Following that wreck, Lacy was accused of being at fault for the crash and turned himself in to state police in January on counts of negligent homicide, felony hit and run, and reckless operation of a vehicle. At the time of his arrest,
felony hit and run. How could they charge him with hit and run when he didn't
hit nobody?
That's the charge that had me kind of perplexed. Like, wait a minute, he didn't hit anyone.
Yeah,
but let's keep rolling.
Louisiana State Police stated that Lacy, who was driving a green Dodge Charger, illegally passed multiple vehicles, causing a vehicle traveling in the opposite direction to avoid Lacy by swerving and crashing head-on into the vehicle that Herman Hall was a passenger in. Ori says Lacy was too far away to have any effect on the crash.
Kyron Lacy did in fact pass 4 cars. There's no disputing that. Further north, Kyron Lacy passed 4 cars.
All right, I'm gonna pause it right there. I don't know if you remember, but he was on the way to practice. He was running late, so I don't know if it was a traffic zone or a work zone, but basically he passed a bunch of cars, but he safely got back in his lane, and we'll roll the clip some more.
However, he was back in his lane of travel, 92.3 yards. Back in his lane, behind Mr. Hall.
In a statement sent to WWL Friday night,
Louisiana
State Police said in response to the Homa TV interview,
this is what they say.
Investigative findings revealed that Mr. Lacy's reckless driving while approaching oncoming traffic led to the events of the crash.
The very last line of the report from the district attorney's office says, the evidence submitted in the crash report does not support that Kyron Lacy should have known that his actions were the cause of the crash that happened approximately 72 yards in front of him.
Ori suggests a state trooper was trying to influence one witness on how to describe
the crash. We just saw that clip earlier.
During that exchange, the witness involved in the crash can be heard blaming another driver who is not Lacy before the state trooper redirects the conversation to Lacy's Charger.
That lady in the back of me, she didn't know what's happening. That's how she called that record. She was running in the back of me.
So, but the Charger was coming right at you.
Like I said, we saw the rest of that already. So, to me, it seems like, I don't know if they knew it was Lacy driving at the time. To me, it seemed like the more high-profile vehicle. You know, Chargers and Challengers and those kind of rides got a bad reputation, especially with the young people. Keep in mind, it's probably hundreds of thousands on the road. But you know, when these young college players, I think we had a couple of incidents at Georgia. We had an incident in Miami. You had one player who actually left Alabama, went to the Raiders. He was in an incident in one. So these cars kind of get a bad reputation for causing accidents or being involved in accidents.
So are you saying he's racially profiling on cars? Basically, right?
I
That's what
don't
he
think
basically doing.
that's racially profile. I think he's
Shit, yeah, it
pro.
is.
I mean, not so much racial, but just profiling the
Profile.
vehicle. Yeah, he's profiling the vehicle. Oh,
I say
that car did
racially.
it. But
I say racially because most Negroes, it has been known that a lot of these college companies they give these guys recruits to bring them in through NIL deals. They
yeah,
give them
but
challenges
yeah,
and
okay, you
chargers
can
and
look
all
at it
that
like
stuff.
that. But bro, I bet you if you look at the statistics, who own these vehicles, I bet you way more white kids own them because white people got money. Black
I
people
bet you.
got money.
I bet you if
Yeah,
you add more. I bet you if you add another statistic, who own these vehicles more in the South in that area, a college town. I bet you it's way more blacks. You do
yeah.
if you do nationwide, of course, but if you do specifically to that area, I bet you it's way more blacks.
But he was somewhere else. He wasn't in Baton Rouge. He was in another. I think he went back home wherever the small town he from. He wasn't
Yeah,
in Baton Rouge. He was in from
true.
so in that aspect, yeah, he probably met too many people in that town that got a car, and they probably knew it was him. It'd be like if somebody stayed in Casita and they had a Ferrari. Everybody in Casita gonna know who Ferrari that is.
Exactly.
Um,
So go ahead.
but go ahead.
My thing is, I got a lot of questions, man. First of all, my question is, do he know who this woman is that this guy said caused it? Do he possibly know him and he's trying to cover up for that person? Could that be something? Because we know they
Yeah,
look out for their own. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? He's trying to throw the trail off of her. That's one of my questions. And another one of my questions is, had he has prior encounters with Lacy? And maybe it's personal. And maybe he just, oh yeah, I got him now. I can stick it to him now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I got questions, man. Cause why would you free pick him out of all those cars?
And my thing is, where was this footage like off? Obviously, off the witness testimony, that's what got him them charges. But the hit and run, my thing is, where was
And
the
then
damage to his? Where was the
yeah,
damage to his vehicle for y'all to say he did a hit and
the
run?
hit and
Like
run, yep.
that's a
And
no brainer to me. That's like basic damn Inspector Gadget 1-on-1 investigation. A hit and run means you smash somebody, right?
right,
And you keep going.
you made contact with that person.
And
And
the
to me,
negligent homicide mean it was your fault, I guess. That means it was your fault that the guy died.
yeah.
So the
And then
charges seem like they're bogus, man. They seem like they're bogus. But getting
another
back to the go ahead.
one more thing before I forget, another thing I have a problem with. Why was a statement that wasn't signed submitted to the grand jury?
Accept it. Yeah, and
Why was it
accept it.
accepted? And accepted. Why?
But did you hear what they said? Basically,
The
it
bottom
said
line, yeah.
the prosecutor didn't go for it. He was like, I don't know about this one. And that little script that they showed, the prosecutor basically was like, nah, that I ain't going for that. This is not signed. This is invalid. So it's basically the state police, but he did not get indicted because the prosecutor didn't even take the evidence. So it's kind of
That's
like,
right.
hey man,
Yeah,
it seemed like the state police was trying to railroad this guy. But
yeah.
going off the a little bit further from the banner about them being negligent for his death. I think you got to dig a little bit deeper, and we talked about this earlier. It was relatively 4 months later. 4 months on the time schedule is not that long, but you have to question the kid's mental health to me because the actual event that led up to him unalive himself was actually I think it was a disagreement with somebody in his family. Um, Let me see what it says. It says authorities were called to an argument where Lacy reportedly fired a gun into the ground. The deputies began a chase. About 30 minutes later, they believe he shot himself, and once he shot himself, his vehicle crashed. And then just the stem of events followed after that. So we can't possibly say whatever happened between his family, what happened with his family, caused him to kill himself versus the accident with this other guy that got killed. And shots. Kudos to his family too. They lost somebody too. But you have to think that those chain of events made him spiral out of control. We don't know his history. We don't know his mental health history. We don't. All we know is what's in the public's eye, and it seems like this accident definitely made things go to a downward turn towards this kid's life. But I mean, that might be hard to prove in a court of law if the state police are actually negligent in his death versus the false report they made on him on the crime.
Okay, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, that will be hard to prove, but definitely, man, with the mental health, man, I can like you say, maybe if he was suffering from mental health and he got help prior to this, then maybe he'll still be alive, man. But it's hard for a kid, man, that has dreams and aspirations, man. And you've been playing this game, I'm pretty sure, since he was 5, 6, 7 years old, man. And you right at the doorstep, man. You right. You play for LSU. You're a star receiver, and you're right at the doorstep to see all your hopes and dreams and hard work, man, just go down the drain, man. I mean, I can't fathom that, man. Just to see everything, go down the drain like that, man. So I'm pretty sure, man.
And his family, I'm sure they've been involved. You was a football dad. Think how much time and everything you invested into your children.
Exactly. So you feel like you letting them down, man, and you letting everybody down that's kind of looking at you, depending on you to be their way out. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot on his back, man. He had a lot on his back, man. So but
and if I'm not mistaken, man, you like old John Morant and all that carrying on he do. They say Lacy was the inventor of all that.
Inventor, yeah.
The walk
really,
him down
and really not John Morant, but really Jefferson that plays for Minnesota. That's him.
Because he played for LSU too.
That was his teammate. And all his teammates, they've been going in they've been going in since this happened. Because it's kind of like the media, man. When these charges first came, man, y'all crucified him, and I haven't seen no major news.
About the cuss, man. I know we don't like to cuss. I think we get 3 an episode. Did your bitch ass homeboy Stephen A. Smith? Was he down in, buddy? I'm gonna go find the clips. If Stephen A. was down, I'm gonna find him. If he is, I'm gonna go on TikTok and get in that ass. I'm gonna get him. You already know how I feel about Stephen A. Smith. He already feel like he a monkey and a coon anyway. Yeah. But if I find a clip where he would dog that boy out, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Go get him. Skip. Go get him. Skip.
All of them, man. The apologies need to be louder than the disrespect and the criticism he received. Now that he had been proven innocent, man. So
by the same system that vilified him, man.
By the same
it's just a sad situation, man. And to the people watching, let me tell y'all something. Am I an angel? No, but the justice system, they actually did me and my brother on different cases the exact same way. The only difference, only difference between me and my brother cases was mine was first. And there were 2 totally different cases. His was second. They didn't even go through the process with his. They were like, you know what? We're probably not going to beat this thing. They just dropped his.
Because we had the same witness.
Yeah, we had the same witnesses. I had to actually go through the whole jury system with mine. It was federal cases. So they always say the federal 99.9% of fed cases, they win because, man, them folks be lying.
They be lying.
And the people who get in charge, I don't knock nobody. Everybody got their situations, but I was like the last Mr. Big. Take that shit to trial. Take that shit to trial. They start off. I was facing a 40. They dropped it to it. They say you do a dub. 10, 5. I ain't gonna lie. When they said 5, that goes to show you that they play with your mind. When they said 5, I actually thought about that. I can do a nickel. I did a little time. I can do a nickel. But then I thought about that. At the end of the day, that was not me. I did not do it. And that goes to show you the mentality of somebody. I feel like I'm a strong-willed person. I even thought about taking out just copping out to the 5 year. I'm like, okay, the year for the good behavior and all the other stuff, that class everybody talk about. I'll be out in 40 months. I can do that. I can do that on my standing on my head. That's how I'm thinking. Till one day I woke up, looked in the mirror. I said, that. We taking this. You my Lord, you sure, Karen? Damn right, I'm sure. I didn't do it. I did not do it. And them folks knew it wasn't me, and they still went forward. And even when the trial started, they tried. I mean, it's just a whole big situation. My brother's trial was after mine. They even take him a trial because they knew that their trick didn't work. So I know for a fact, lived it, that the judicial system will know you're innocent, and they still move forward
And
on
they
trying
will
to
still
convict you
try to railroad you. They
and
don't
still
care if you're
lie.
innocent or not. They still lie.
They don't
We
care.
know
So
this. We are
all this,
living
this is
witnesses to this.
America. This is America, our country. Then fuck that shit.
The
This shit's
judicial
some
system works for
bullshit.
everybody. It's just some bullshit.
Especially if
It's
you're
some
black. I hate to
bullshit.
say it, and I know for a fact it's some white boys and got railroaded too. I know it is, but it's like if you black, just to expect that. Expect that.
Bottom line, what we trying to say, they will lie.
They will lie.
They will
I
lie.
promise you.
Even when they know you're innocent, they will
They will
still
lie.
lie. Their mentality is, well, they're probably not guilty for this, but they're guilty for that.
And that's how they did me.
That.
I ain't gonna lie. When they did get me, they got me on something that the average person probably would have got probation or a fine or something real, because it wasn't even that like serious for real compared to the other charge. But they stuck me on the charge that to me was nothing really. And it was basically off all the other stuff I had jammed on their ass with, for real. But that's either here nor there. Rest in peace, Kyron Lacy. If I'm in the family though, regardless of what the circumstances is, like I think mental health playing a real issue in this situation. But if I have mental health issues and you exacerbate them, you make them worse, so I think you're negligent. If I'm in family, nothing less than 200 million. I was about to say 5, but 200 million, I think is a good starting spot. Maybe 250, because he's about to be an NFL star. You never know what kind of endorsements. You never know where his career could. You can only guess. You don't know where. So if I'm Benjamin Crump, one of them lawyers like that, y'all better get him and start off at 250 mil lawsuit against the state of Louisiana. That's what I would do if I was the family.
And more importantly, these officers need to be held accountable for lying, man. For lying on these police reports, to lying to these grand juries. And I'm talking about accountability, like you said, that y'all need to go to prison. You know what I'm saying? I know that this current administration supposed to be tough on crime and all that. That's just a crime. Y'all need to go to prison. Nobody is above the law except for our president. But go, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, they need to go to prison.
Okay.
And I ain't talking about a club fed, none of that. They need to go to Louisiana. They need to go to Angola.
Angola and
put them in GP.
Woo! I don't think he gonna go to Angola, man.
He needs to.
Well, man, you know how sometimes I feel this because like I said, we covered this when it happened. And some subjects, man, we just got to do our thing with it, man. So I know we done went way over time. We might not be able to get to everything, but we got to get to this before we Alabama roll tide, man. The question I got for you is Bama back? Now, hard critic Alabama, because I feel like they be doing a lot of stupid shit sometimes. But this game right here against a formidable opponent, we've done what we didn't do against your Georgia Bulldogs. We scored in the second half, man. I think Bama was great. It was stressful at times, but I'll start off with the quarterback. Well, let me start with the scoring first, because like I said, to me, that was one of our issues of teams adjusting to us in the second half and us not being able to put points on the board. The first quarter, we were scoreless. We scored 14 in the second quarter. We scored 6 the third quarter, and we scored 10 points during the fourth quarter. Top system, I had my thing with him, but he definitely got me leaning. I'm more tie. I was kind of like this. I'm more tie now. He got me kind of leaning towards him now. He was 23 for 31 with 340 yards in the air. Now, my guy who I've been screaming about, I know he was sick, but hurt, Jam Miller. I said it last week because he was getting limited time against Georgia, but they put Jam in. I felt that for Alabama to beat Alabama, we got to start the run game back up. I know we got this West Coast coach with the spread and all that, but we got to get our run game back up. Jam was 136 yards on 22 carries. Now, surprisingly, when it came to receiving, Ryan Williams had more receiving yards. He had 98 yards, 6 receptions, and 1 TD. I'm gonna get to him in a minute. And our linebacker Jackson had Jefferson Jackson, what's his name? Jay Jackson had 14 tackles, 9 solos. So he was very much engaged. I know Diego came out starting talked a whole bunch of stuff about what they were going to do to Bama. Ain't know he supposed to be cocky. He beat Bama last year. So he supposed to be cocky. Bama had 486 total yards. We only had 1 turnover. We had 25 first downs. We only had 3 penalties for 30. We were 7 for 15. So right up under halfway for on third downs. We was 2 for 3 on fourth downs. And the time of possession, check this out, Pooh. We held the ball 37 minutes to Vanderbilt's 22 minutes.
Wow.
Vanderbilt was number 16. They were undefeated in the SEC and conference play and overall. And I think we was number who was that? Who was that 10? And we took them out. I think we was favorite to win by 10, but start off a little shaky when they scored first.
11 and a half.
11 and a half points. Okay. So Bama did what Bama was expected to do. My question to you after all that is Bama back?
Yeah. Bama is back. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the most important thing that you just said is the run game with Jam Miller. He had 22 carries. That's a big thing. 22 carries for 136 yards. He averaged 6.2 yards. Very important. So that means I was running the ball down the Commodore's throat, man. So, and that's Bama football, how we grew up on. I know colleges now is going to this passing thing, kind of like how the NFL is, man. But Bama football is always
Lane Kiffin changed Bama football. Everybody know he came with all that, but he adopted it from the West Coast and brought it down to the SEC shit, and everybody doing it.
Yeah, he was kind of
an innovator. Yeah, exactly.
He seen where the league was going, man. So I mean, y'all found y'all quarterback, man. This guy Ty Simpson, man. He has been on fire in these last couple of games, man. 23 for 31, like you say, 340 yards, 2 touchdowns, QBR 80. I mean, he played exceptional, man. And Ryan Williams, your guy, who you be very, very hard on because of his drops, he came through, like you said. And Bama's football is back, man. I think, like you say, you just had to give coach some time, man. You just had to give him some time. I'm not going to be talking about the Georgia game. If you 10-1 against somebody, I mean, it's not even a rivalry, man. I mean, you guys own us.
You're a goddamn liar. It is a goddamn rivalry.
No, when you beat somebody 10 times and only beat you 1, that's not a rivalry. That's not a rivalry.
The game that we whooping ass. The game's a rivalry.
Okay.
The game's a goddamn rivalry.
It's not a goddamn rivalry, but okay.
Goddamn rivalry.
Okay, but let me just tell you. First of all, answer your question. Alabama's football is back because
we're back.
Y'all have a lot of. Well, that was our first quality win with Georgia, number 5 Georgia, and you just beat a number 16
top 20,
so
yeah,
top
undefeated.
20. But goddamn, boy, the next y'all got Missouri. Missouri is 5-0. They're number 19, and then y'all got in the Missouri, I might add, and then y'all have Tennessee. They're number 15. That's playing Bama, so. No, that should be in y'all favor. And then y'all have South Carolina. Y'all should handle business against them. But that's the game's not going to be easy because y'all play in South Carolina. And then y'all have.
And they played as good last year.
Yeah. Then y'all have LSU. But once again, you play in Alabama. And then you have number 5, Oklahoma, in Alabama. My question is, how in the hell are y'all getting all these big games in Alabama? The only one I see that y'all play outside of Bama is Georgia. Everything else.
Okay, I got an easy question. Who we lost to last year?
Vanderbilt.
Where we played them at?
Vanderbilt.
Okay, who else we lost to?
Yeah, lost to LSU.
No, we beat them. We beat them. I was gonna get to them last, but we lost to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Where we played them at?
Oklahoma.
Okay, we went in this goddamn swamp and kicked ass at LSU at a nighttime game where they never supposed to lose at. Where we played them at, of course, in the swamp. So the reason we got a lot of home games because last year we had a lot of away games, so they had to give us a get back shit.
Okay.
And me looking at that schedule, to me, the hardest. He won the games. These are get back game. We got to whip Oklahoma ass, but we beat Georgia. I really don't give a damn how the rest and Vandy. We straight.
Hey, man, y'all did not win the SEC championship and the championship just by beating Georgia. That cannot be the end.
But that was a statement game, man.
I mean, you guys are 10-1 against us, man. I mean, y'all shouldn't be surprised.
But no, you can't say. Hold on, Pooh. Hold on. You can't say Kalen DeBoer ain't 10-1 against Georgia. Nick Saban.
He 1-0.
Like 2-0. We beat him.
Prior to that, he was 1-0. Yeah, y'all beat us last year with him. Yeah.
Okay, so he 2-0 against Georgia. So that's pretty. That was a toss-up game, and y'all played once again, man. If you look at what happened during the game, Georgia adjusted on defense. Y'all shut us out in the second half. Y'all offense just couldn't do nothing. Kirby runs the defense. Kirby defense stood up the second half. We had 0. Y'all offense, y'all think y'all scored 3.
Our offense did something. We just didn't execute when the big play called for it. You know what I'm saying? But
man, transitioning to your boys, man.
Fuck that, man. Let's talk about Florida State. Goddamn it, how they whooped y'all at the first game. Goddamn it.
Man, we off of that, man. We ain't got that much time, man.
Okay, go ahead.
and I would say with Florida State, Bama definitely overlooked them. Kind of they did Vanderbilt last year. They wasn't prepared, and we got hit in the damn mouth. Once again on the road though. Once again on the road, it didn't happen at home. So
it started to look like a bad loss because Florida State has been getting mollywopped. Miami just drug them through the dirt in the game.
I saw most of that game last night before I fell asleep. That was a pretty good game, man. Miami ain't bullshit, man.
And they lost to a Virginia Tech, or they lost to somebody that's unranked prior to that.
Yeah.
Virginia Tech.
So it was. They got hit across our tater on that one right there, man. But off of Bama, man, to go across the Kool-Aid, man, hop that Chattahoochee River, we back in Georgia, man. After getting defeated by the border state rivalries, the Bulldogs were back against Kentucky. Now we always know. I remember exactly where I was at last year. I was in Alabama. I was in Montgomery. I was shooting the property. Me and you were talking on the phone. I was at Applebee's. I was at Applebee's about to come home. He was all like, I said, man, y'all finna do what y'all always do. Y'all finna make the adjustment, come back, put that thing on. That's what y'all did. Y'all beat them. This year, man, the game got boring, man. Georgia kicked Kentucky's butt, but still, we always give SEC props. It's an SEC win. Are your Bulldogs back, or do they have to show you more?
They got to show me more, man. I mean, they showed me enough in that game, but I mean, Kentucky is not the same Kentucky team from last year, so I need to see more from them before I say they're back. But I am feeling optimistic about Gunnar Stockton's play. I feel like Gunnar Stockton played a great game against Alabama, man. He showed, man, that probably one of the best games I've seen him play as for his poise, as for his accuracy, as for his rocket, man. The kid has a rocket arm, man, but this game, stat-wise, he did pretty good. He didn't even throw for 200 yards because he didn't need to. He was 15 or 20.
They didn't have to, yeah.
1 touchdown, but he still threw the interception.
He was a game manager.
Yeah, for real. The only critique I had of him this game, he could have had more yards. It seemed like he was holding the ball too long this particular game. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was indecisive. He wasn't trusting his eyes, but he would pump fake or something like that. He was holding the ball too long. By the time he let it go, the defender had made, you know what I'm saying, strides against the defensive player and was able to come in, break up a lot of passes. So I just felt like he held on to the ball a little bit too long this game. But, I mean, the kid is very athletic, man. He has man, this joker has a rocket arm, man. But I'll run the game. Chauncey Bowens, man, he had 15 rushes for 70 yards, man. That guy, man, he's a stud, man. I'm very impressed with him. I thought coming in, Nate Frazier would be the feature back this year, but it seems like Bowen is taking all the snaps from him, man. Dylan Bell, he's been around for a minute, man. He kind of had a breakout game, man. With he didn't have nothing but 4 receptions, but for 68 yards, and I thought he had 2 touchdowns. Know what? They were rushing touchdowns. That's why he had 2 carries, 6 yards with 2 rushing touchdowns. So even though
you talking about number 86, the wide receiver?
Yeah.
He did some jet sweeps over him. And scored. Yeah.
At times during that first half, I was I still didn't see Georgia dominant defense, man. They ran the ball pretty successful early on until the running back got hurt. After that, we kind of started locking them down there. But, just to answer the question, man, I need to see more, man. We have Auburn next in Auburn. That's going to be a test. Then we have number 4, Ole Miss in Georgia. That's going to be our biggest test. Now, ask me that same question after that game, and I will give you my answer.
Well, I say, look, out of the 3 of the next 4, my bad, put myself back on screen. Out of the 3 of the next 4 games y'all got are against the bottom of the barrel in the SEC. Y'all play Auburn next.
Auburn 3-2. They're not bottom of the barrel.
They are. I'm looking at the goddamn SEC.
They only got 1 loss than y'all.
Listen. I'm looking at us. You gonna let me talk? I'm looking at the SEC standings right now. I'm gonna go down from up. Kentucky is at the bottom, then Auburn, then Mississippi State, and then Arkansas. Y'all play 3 of those teams. Y'all play Auburn next, then you got Ole Miss, then you got Florida. Florida's in the middle, and then you got Mississippi State. So I mean, it's a doable. My question I gotta ask you about your Bulldogs is, are they done if they get another loss when it comes to making that playoff?
Ooh, I think I'm gonna answer that question. I think it's
or does it depend where Bama ends up at?
It depends where Bama ends up at, and it also depends who that second loss to. If it's to Ole Miss and it's a close game, and we have other factors like
that's too many goddamn ands, man.
It's possible though, bro. Look, okay, this is possible. Okay, if we lose to Ole Miss, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games left. So it's kind of in the middle. So it's not at the end of the season. So if a couple teams in front of us end up losing, just like how Penn State lost this week, just how who else lost this week? That was in the top 5. But Penn State and it's another one that lost too. Come on, help me out. Penn State lost.
Oh, let me go back.
I think it was Indiana, Iowa. It was one of. I can even go back.
Yeah, Iowa State. One of them lost.
Okay, so like I say, it can be teams that's in front of us. If they lose, that'll push up. I believe as long as we can just say we lose to Ole Miss. If we don't drop outside of the 15, I think we can still make it because there will be other losses in the top 10 or top 20 to bring us back forward. So to answer your question, one more loss, depending on who it is, I do think it's possible. Yes, I do.
Okay. I know Penn State was number 7.
Yep. Number 7, so they're going to be dropping out. There was another one, 2. I'm in the top 25 right now.
I know. I don't know if it's Iowa State.
I'm going to go back. I'm on top 25 now. All right, so let's see. We got Ohio State whooped tail. Oklahoma was. Texas lost. That's who it is.
Yeah, Texas lost.
Texas lost. Number 9, Texas lost, and Penn State lost. So
Texas lost in Florida. Hey,
yeah. So he was number 20. Go ahead.
Now I would say, old man, he ain't looking like
bad,
he like what?
He's looking bad, man.
Yeah, man.
There's a lot of pressure on the kid, though, man. And,
a lot of pressure on him. A lot of pressure on him.
Spikes, man. We know that.
It does. And real quick, I know Ryan Williams, he dropped another big catch. I know he led the team in rushing, receiving. But guess what? Guess who led the Cowboys in drop passes?
Ooh, CD Lamb?
No, Michael Irvin. Guess who led the most receiving yards? Michael Irvin. So sometimes if I spend time, give him a little grace. If you're thrown to the
Right.
most, you're gonna have the most drop passes. But
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
it just sounds he be dropping some easy ones, man. I was
But
critical of him. He's a small guy, got small hands. He catches the ball with his pads, with his chest. He needs to just get his technique right, man. He's worked with a wide receiver coach for the NFL and execute his technique. And just like Texas quarterback, he gets a lot of pressure on him, man. Some of it's self-inflicted, but he got a lot of pressure on him. And he's 18
I
years
don't
old.
think it's self-inflicted. I think it's his last name. I think it's his last name, and people like Paul Feinbaum just automatically throwing him his hat in the Heisman Trophy. For the kid even started the game, he already had him as a Heisman Trophy winner, not a finalist or anything. He had him as the winner. So stuff like that, man. But
Yeah, going back to who?
Ryan Williams, real quick, man.
Okay. You were talking about Texas quarterback winning the Heisman.
Yeah, he's talking about
Oh, okay. I thought you talking about Ryan Williams. I was like, huh?
Nah.
You were talking about Manning. Okay, got you.
Only thing I got to say about Ryan Williams is, like I said, I know you critical of him because of the drop passes, but the kid catches the ball in clutch situation. He's clutch, man. I got to give him that. Do he drop a lot of balls? Yes, but it seems like he catches them when his team really, really, really needs him.
He stopped wearing all that damn makeup and shit and damn fingernail polish, playing with dolls and shit. We need to stop all that, man. Yeah, I mean, his excuse was he was playing with
football.
He was playing with his little sister. I get it. And then she wanted to paint his nails. But man, everything ain't got to be advertised. I mean, you keep that. That's a family thing.
I mean,
man.
He's a good big brother, man. What's wrong with that?
I'm saying, be a good big brother. I'm not tell you don't do it. You want to paint your toenails and fingernails, that's cool. But keep it within your family. You ain't got to post it or share it on TikTok and all that old
shit. Why not? What's the
Why? Because it gets people out the focus of, because it makes people like me and other people who are real critical say, if you spend less time painting your toenails and catching the damn ball, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Man, the man has a life outside of football. He playing with
hey, man, you don't want to see that, man. You're an SEC athlete, man.
Hey, if you don't want to see it, keep strolling. Keep scrolling.
Hey, I said you did a me on me. I said keep scrolling, man.
That's it.
What you gonna tell your boy Prime, man? What you gonna tell? You gonna tell him to keep strolling? Is Deion Sanders underachieving as Colorado's head coach? Now we all know prime time. Prime had all the rappers at the game. He had all the swag. He had the Migos there. He had LeBron them there. He had Shador, top ranked quarterback. He had Travis Hunter, who eventually ended up winning the Heisman Trophy. But that was then. This is now. Prime is the second worst team in, not Prime. Prime's Colorado is the second worst team in the Big 12. They're right behind West Virginia. They lost their first game to Georgia Tech, 27-20. They came back and got spanked by Delaware, 31-7. Houston put that thing on them, 36-20. They came back and lost again to Wyoming, 37-20. Excuse me, they beat Wyoming 37-20. Yeah, they beat Wyoming, and they came back and lost to BYU 24-21. And last night they got spanked. A get back game from TCU, the Horned Hogs, where they had the Horned Frogs, 35-21. Is Prime underachieving, or is it just the card that he was dealt, man? It's on you.
I just think it's the cards that dealt, because he lost a lot of talent last year with his son and the Heisman Trophy winner. So I think it's not a coaching problem. I think it's a personnel problem. I don't think he has the personnel right now, man. So this is the second, third year. Just gotta give him time to build his program, man. And I think he'll do better. But like I say, he lost by 7 points to Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is a very good team, man. He only lost by 7. Houston, another good team. He kind of got mollywopped with that with 16 points. He barely lost against a ranked BYU on a field goal. Then, TCU was like you said, a get back game, man. So they had a lot of motivation in that game, man. So I think that he just doesn't have a personnel right now. Once he get those guys in, he needs to recruit a little more through the transfer portal. He got to bring guys in that can get into these players' living room, man, and get them to come to Colorado. And I think he'll be fine, man. I think he'll be fine. It is not. Come on, man. This is prime. Oh shit. You acting like his son. You got jokes, man. You got jokes. This dude got jokes, man. This is not prime time, man. He just doesn't have a person. Go ahead. Oh, this dude here, man. Oh, man. This dude. Okay. All right, man. That's long enough, man. Okay. Man, you gonna talk, man?
Oh, well, my bad. Yeah, I was on mute.
I thought you were trying to be funny, man.
I was talking about like Shadur. I was doing this Shadur.
Trying to be funny.
This is what I said. The gig is up. Everybody know what's going on. You said something the other day. We was talking, before pre-gaming. We talked about agents. I think we was at the house talking about agents and how influential agents are with these athletes. I think the theory is now, hey, we don't want to go out there. Everybody knows the best players come out the South. These prime Southern players do not want to go out. I'm surprised Juju went. That was the worst mistake you could have made, Juju. Your ass should have went to Georgia. Your ass should have went to LSU. Your ass should have went to Alabama. You ain't starting. They put somebody up under you as a starter, so you over there on the bench.
Hold on, real quick. They said the same thing about Travis Hunter. Where is he right now?
Hey, man, Travis Hunter. And looking back at it, I was real critical of him, and I'm still in the NFL to a degree. He's a phenomenal player. He's a phenom. He's a once in a lifetime player. It's not a lot of Travis Hunters. That's not you ain't gonna get a Travis Hunter every year. You're not gonna get a Shadur every year. That's evident. He has tanked, man. He is not gonna get top tier players coming out of the South going out there. Will he get some decent portal players? Yeah. But outside of that, that's why I question him. You got 5 stars and 4 stars, and you're at the bottom of the Big 12. So once again, is he underachieving as a coach? Because if you got the staff to do it, but you're not making it happen, what does that say about Prime as a coach? Now, let me say this. I did want to say this. Coach Prime, we just have fun with this stuff right here, man. But I hope you feel better, man. I hope that the blood clots haven't came back. And if they have, man, I hope that the medical people in your corner can get you right. We don't want no help. No, I prayed for you, brother, because I want you out there in the field so I can get in your ass, man. I think, and I go back way back when, 8 years ago, when you brought that team to Phoenix City, Alabama. You had a high school team, Trilogy or something like that. You brought them from Dallas. Y'all Trinity. Y'all came to Alabama, Phoenix City, Alabama, and they spanked y'all ass. And I think that school was funded by old Jerry Jones. You had all that hype behind you. You had all that hype on you. You came down to Phoenix City, Alabama, and got that tater whoop. You over there at Colorado, you should have stayed at Jackson. Did you 3 or 4 years at Jackson? Waited your turn. You could have gotten the SEC or the ACC. You would have gotten to a Southern school. Well, you really could. I mean, I think his health's gonna play a role in it now if you don't get right. But you could have waited, got you a Southern school where I swear on Jesus Christ, you put Prime in a Southern school for the next. Till he stopped coaching, he will be he would have got a national championship. And until you stop coaching, you would have been a top tier recruiting school. Don't nobody want to go no damn Colorado. That's cold, it's white. Don't nobody want to go out there. These folks want to stay in the South, man. Prime will continue to fail. Colorado will not be. Ask me going to be under 500 this year. You got me last year. Ask me that question this year. They will underachieve. They will be under 500. And schools, keep in mind, if you're doing bad as a school, anybody want to go out there? We had Travis and Shadur. Yeah, it looked inviting. You're losing now. So why would a top recruit want to come out there to a losing program? He's underachieving. He's going underwater, and it's not going to get better.
Let me ask you a question. Who won the last 2 championships?
Ohio State and Michigan.
Are they in the South?
No.
Isn't it cold out there?
Yeah.
Okay, so
it ain't white like that though.
That shit white. Okay,
not like, I'm talking about.
I'm gonna tell you what Prime's problem.
And even being in the West Coast, at least they in the Central Zone. That shit way out there. I mean, all that games come on at 11 o'clock at night and shit.
I mean, they in Boulder, Colorado, not far from Denver, I'm pretty sure, and they
I'm
probably got
finna pick up Boulder, Colorado demographic. I bet you it's 85% white.
bro. A lot of college towns are white, but anyway, they probably have some of the best weed out there. So that is a plus off
Man,
top.
folks getting weed shipped in now, man. Everybody they shipping weed now. That ain't no problem no more.
You ain't got to get shipped out there. It's right there. I'm gonna tell you what Prime's problem is that I haven't mentioned and you haven't mentioned.
What's
This is
that?
going. This is a direct.
All that hype, LeBron James at the game,
No,
we go.
no. Ain't got
Ain't
nothing to do
nothing,
with none of that. It ain't got nothing to do with
coming.
none of that.
Ain't none of
It
them
ain't-
rappers coming to his game now.
What I'm about to tell you, it has nothing to do with all that.
Okay,
It
what's
has
up?
It has something to do with the bottom line.
What's the bottom line?
Prime shouldn't have went on record and said things like NIL is ruining college football and these commissioners need to do something about it and needs to be guardrails and this and that. If I'm a college player and I hear that you're anti-NIL, I don't want to come to your school.
Ooh,
I already
you
know
said
you
something in.
you ain't cutting the check. You ain't trying
Yeah.
to give me the bag.
You on that Dabo Swaney shit.
Yeah, you on that Dabo Swaney shit. Hey,
Yeah,
man,
you said
my
something
mama's
in now.
still in the hood. My sister's still struggling. My daddy's still in jail. My brother in jail with him. Know what I'm saying? Man, we got to eat. We got to eat. So that is why he's not getting the players that you just mentioned. That's in the SEC, that's in the Big Ten, and all these other programs. He is, I don't know what kind of bread he's breaking, but he came out against it. Prime is, a lot of people say Prime kind of messed up with Shador talking, saying I'm
He
not
did,
being,
man.
he ain't finna go here, he ain't finna go there.
Yeah, trying to be too controlling.
Trying to be too controlling, and now it's biting him in Colorado.
I-
I would never tell Prime to shut up and dribble. This is Prime time Hall of Fame. I would never say anything like, but in this case, I think him speaking out against NIL has hurt his program because these college players now are going to go where they
Where the
are
money at.
distributing the bag.
Let me ask you a question. This is off Prime. What did Isaiah Bonds ever get drafted?
I just see him. I think he played for. Man, he played for Cleveland. Let me see.
Okay, he went to Cleveland.
Oh,
okay,
no, let me see.
I was just wondering. Cause I know he left. He basically left Bama. They were trying to say Nick Saban. He was like, I left for that check. Boy, Elijah Pritchett. He left Bama for Nebraska for the bag. So what you're saying is absolutely right. If you're a college player and you're trying to stop that generational wealth, start some in your family, you're not going to go where they ain't giving up the bag. That's going to be out the question, especially when you got how much your boy what's the name now, the man? How much he got from the Canes?
$10 million. $10
million. Come on, man.
We looked at the rookie contract for a second rounder in the NFL. Their whole contract is worth $10 million.
Thank you.
So he got $10 million for one season.
You said something there, man. That might have been shot Prime in the back. And like I say, man, he also in his they almost made the playoff. They didn't make the playoffs last year. They made a good run. He had a winning season. But look, you had arguably two of the best players, definitely top 10. You had two of the top 10 best players in college. I think both of them made the got close to the Heisman, and then one of them won it. So I mean, you're not gonna always have that. So I think at this point in time, Prime needs to next couple of years reevaluate that contract with them. First, get better, get healthy, Prime. As healthy can be. Do that first, man. Then Prime, listen, Prime. I know we nobody's on the film when it comes to all the experts and pros. But this is just what we see. We've been watching this sport we've been watching you all our life. If you get anywhere in the South, I damn near want to say if you go to Arkansas, Prime, you'll have a damn national championship in 2 years. But if you get anywhere in Florida, Bama, or Texas, I give you 1 year to prime up. No pun intended. Next year you got to chill, because everybody's gonna want to come play for you if you're in the South, especially if you're at a school that accepts that NIL, who embraces it, who's willing, like Texas A&M. I mean, a couple of years, they say everybody starting got an NIL there. Everybody got some money. Prime, you go somewhere like that.
5 seconds. We got 5 seconds left, man. Pod down. Y'all check this out.
What you say? Oh, we going a little bit further. We going a little bit further.
Oh,
What you say now?
Okay, my bad. Never mind. I thought we were going at an hour, goddamn.
Yeah, I thought you was about to give your picks, but we got to come back on Shador, man, next week, man. I thought you gonna give you had no picks for today.
Man, of course I do, man.
Okay, man. There we go, man. Pooh's picks, man.
I'm
Pod Don's picks.
I'm gonna do like how the big boys do, and I'm just gonna give you my pick of the day. You know what I'm saying? That's what the big boys do. They give you the best bet now. You know what I'm saying? They don't be doing parlays and all that. You know what I'm saying? That shit hard. But I'm gonna give you my best pick of the day. And no, I'm kind of cheating now because the game is on. I wish I could have did this before the game came on, but since they are on, goddamn, many phone losing. Okay, my best bet is the Seahawks against the Buccaneers. I think the running back is not playing. Bucky, they on the road. They're playing against the Seahawks team that's kind of been on fire lately. So I see the Seahawks kind of taking this game. The spread is 3.5. I can see them winning by a touchdown. So that is my best bet of the day. But if I had to add another team to it to make it a 2-game parlay to get somebody paid, I would add on the Cardinals. I would add on the Cardinals against man, to the Titans. You know what I'm saying? Their quarterback said, man, he said they ass, man. That's what Cam Ward said about his own team. He said they are ass, they're terrible. And Carolina is 2-2. I think they could have won that game, last game against San Francisco. They should have. They didn't even have their quarterback, but they didn't. And I think
so Seattle. So them two NFC teams, you got Seattle for a pick, and you got the Cardinals for a pick.
Yep, Seattle. I would add some of these other games, but they started already, so I don't know.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, so I just had to go with them teams, man. And of course, let me see. I mean, okay, I got a third one to add to it. This should be a slaughter. I didn't even scroll all the way down. The Lions against the Bengals. That should be a slaughter.
Oh, the Lions. Yeah, Lions.
The spread is 9.5. They should cover that, man. They should win by 14. So that's it right there. That's my
okay, man. That's Shaun the Pod Dog's pick.
Yeah.
For the day, man. It was a great episode, man. I know that Kyron Lacy took up a lot of time on it, man, but I think it was well deserved, man. We talk about it, this judicial system, man, and how how law enforcement, man, can really affect a life, man. You don't know how many lives that you affected by the death of this young man. His mom, his dad, his grandmama, his brothers, his sisters, siblings, cousins. You just don't know how many people's lives you affected. Generation. Yeah. I mean, you never know. Exactly. So hopefully his family. Man. Hopefully his family gets justice, man. I'm rooting for him. I $250 million or more, nothing less than that. You have to sue them folks, man. And I hope they get
every penny you can.
Every penny you can. All right, man. That's it for today, man. I'm the GOAT, Coach T Flow.
And this your boy Shaun the Pod Don.
And thank you for watching the Bro vs. Bro podcast. Deuces.
Peace. 5,000.
5,000.